For years, Paul Wesley and Ethan Peck have slowly transformed younger versions of James T. Kirk and Spock into two of the most compelling characters in modern Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. What started as nostalgic casting choices has evolved into something much bigger, a genuine argument for the future of Star Trek itself. Now, fans, and seemingly the actors too, are beginning to imagine a bold possibility. What if a Captain Kirk-focused spin-off becomes the franchise's next great adventure after Strange New Worlds eventually reaches its conclusion? The idea no longer feels impossible. In fact, it feels inevitable. Wesley's version of Kirk is dramatically different from the swagger-heavy interpretations that came before him. Instead of leaning entirely on the larger-than-life charisma associated with William Shatner, Wesley plays Kirk with a quieter confidence, making him feel more human and uncertain. This younger Kirk hasn't fully become the legendary captain yet, and that vulnerability gives the character room to grow in ways Star Trek has rarely explored. At the same time, Peck Spock has become one of the emotional anchors of Strange New Worlds. His portrayal balances logic and feeling with remarkable subtlety, showing a Vulcan still struggling to reconcile two identities. The chemistry between Wesley and Peck already hints at the iconic friendship that will eventually define the original Enterprise era. Every shared scene feels like a glimpse into Star Trek history being written in real time. That is precisely why the idea of a Kirk spinoff has so much potential. Rather than rebooting Star Trek, the original series outright, a new show could bridge the gap between Strange New Worlds and the classic 5-year mission. It could explore Kirk's early command decisions, his evolving relationship with Spock, and the pressure of stepping into Christopher Pike's enormous shadow. More importantly, it could continue the character-driven storytelling style that has made Strange New Worlds such a success. Modern Star Trek has often struggled with balancing nostalgia and innovation. Some series leaned heavily into galaxy-ending stakes and serialized chaos, occasionally losing the optimistic spirit that defined the franchise. Strange New Worlds succeeded because it remembered that Star Trek works best when exploration, morality, and character growth come first. A Kirk-led successor could preserve that formula while naturally transitioning the franchise into a new era. There's also a practical reason this idea makes sense. Fans have already accepted Wesley and Peck in these roles. That acceptance matters. Recasting legendary characters is always risky, but Strange New Worlds proved audiences are willing to embrace fresh interpretations when the writing respects the source material. A spin-off would not feel forced, it would feel earned.